Leazas is on fire, and the kingdom's last hope is a cocky mercenary who treats heroism as an excuse to chase some skirts. Rance 03, The Fall of Leazas revives the 1991 chapter with slicker art, full Japanese voice acting, and an improved card map dungeon system, serving up Alicesoft's trademark mix of lewd comedy and old school RPG grind. Let's just get this out of the way now. Beneath the innuendo and slapstick humor, you'll find a smart party-building systems in this design, along with ruthless resource management and a plot that ties nicely into the other remakes, making this release both an easy entry point and a nostalgic deep cut for series diehards. This game is a dungeon crawler, but it's mostly about the dirty jokes here, albeit this remake refines it enough for modern audiences without ignoring its unapologetically adult edge. So, enough talk. Let's get into the adventure.
魔法使いがいるぞ。
マリア、横や後ろはこっちが見てるから、そのまま行って。静か、ありがとう。くそー。
Rance series tells a story of a warrior, a great hero whose achievements are spread throughout various games and lands and regions, and maybe even households. However, he is not a role model by any stretch. Rance is actually kind of a sleaze bastard who is not quite as strong as he is bold and is strongly motivated by none other than pretty women. And yeah, sure, we've all been there. Lazily, with his mind always in the gutter, he often astonishes serious individuals, but he still ends up achieving results against all odds. It is important to get this out of the way because his characterization is a strong point of the experience. Rance is just a selfish person who acts immorally quite often, and he often behaves as if all beautiful or even mildly cute women are his property. His extreme egotism definitely irks some people, yet he also has a charismatic side to his bastard actions. In a way, his very strong delusion of grandeur is what compels him to become a stronger warrior and do what must be done, even if he's technically not a good guy and is always after some reward. It's kinda interesting why we all like him. You know, like that friend who might crash on your couch from time to time and he hits on everyone at a party, but he still ends up driving you home safely because he's inexplicably the responsible one when it all matters. That's Rance, equal part headaches and a lifesaver, so we grumble, roll our eyes, and somehow keep cheering him on. With all that said and done, Rance 03 is an interesting point in the story as it directly connects to events and characters from Rance 01 and Rance 02. It all starts on the day Leazas falls, which happens quite suddenly. In the blink of an eye, Leazas is no more, and Hellmanian forces have invaded it with the help of fiends. Instead of a long war, the conflict actually starts from within the castle walls, making the situation very dire. Seeing the hard trials ahead of her, Princess Lia sends ninja Kanami to seek out Rance for help, and from there, Rance must now look for chaos as it may be the only way to break through the fiend's barriers. From there, you'll go around the free cities looking for clues and fighting monsters and enemy forces. You're able to form a large party with warriors of various skills as well. Besides the mage Sill and the ninja Kanami, who are part of the initial party, you can also rely on strength of individuals from previous games and newcomers. Rance 03 mixes visual novel segments with a turn-based RPG. This game actually takes the framework from Rance 01 and evolves it with some tweaks. Exploration is menu-based, with towns offering multiple points of interest, including an inn to restore your party's health and various stores. As the story progresses, we unlock more towns and dungeons on the overworld. Every dungeon is structured as a map of cards, with each point we choose defining our path options. You're able to move only forward or to the immediate diagonals, so the choices are limited where you can reach, and reaching specific points demands some planning. To get the lay of the land, players can find maps within the dungeons which help with the organization. Most of the time you're able to see the next cards, and thanks to this you can be aware where enemy treasure and traps are, but there are also some hidden cards. As there is no turning back, you can exit a dungeon at any time by using a special item. The only ways to save inside a dungeon are with a one-use save line or by heading back to a town to use the free save menu, so keeping resources in mind is crucial if you want to avoid losing progress. Battles in Rance 03 rely on a party system instead of item chips. You have a limited number of skill slots and can fill them with abilities from any character currently in your roster. Only those chosen skills will be available during a fight, and they cannot be swapped once combat begins. It is also possible to equip several skills from a single character, though only those flagged as active appear in battle. Strategic planning in this game really matters. A larger lineup means more potential targets, yet characters such as Sill offer multiple tools for exploiting enemy weaknesses. Each move carries a cooldown that prevents repeated use for several turns, so timing is key to avoid stretches where no powerful attacks are ready. Before advancing on the map, you're able to tweak your skill loadout to suit the next encounter. Recovery items work only before battles, and retreat is impossible, so pushing forward while underleveled is very risky. Leveling is a manual task. During gameplay, you can use the Call Willis function to upgrade any party member who have earned enough experience. This lets players kind of fine-tune the difficulty or refresh the group's HP alongside with the stat boosts. Rance 03 is the only entry in the series that has voice acting, where the early years title skipped it, and some fans argue that choice gave the writers more freedom for the sprawling scripts of later games such as Rance X. The performances add personality across the board, though the protagonist's lines are restricted to battle yells, which feels like a missed opportunity given how well his over-the-top delivery suits him. Visually, this remake really stands out. Character art is colorful, modern, and highly detailed, and even the interface carries enough flair to give the adventure a distinct atmosphere. And yeah, there are dozens of CGs to unlock that you can see Rance being a little pesky brat out there on the battlefield, but God love him. Taken as a whole, Rance 03 delivers a robust RPG package. Its journey will likely thrill longtime fans of the setting and clearly refines the mechanics introduced in the early releases. Some players may grumble at the limited saves and 3-item caps, but those constraints are deliberate parts of the challenge, keeping the design demanding yet still fair. The result is a confident remake that twists the traditional turn-based formula just enough to feel unique, making Rance 03 The Fall of Leazas an adventure that any genre enthusiast should probably try. Noisy Pixel is giving Rance 03 The Fall of Leazas a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.